Hey people, welcome to Top Cat's Layer or Lair, whatever. Hope you're excited for Tales from the Borderlands coming up. Gonna be doing that on the 2nd, Australian Eastern Standard Time, around midday. So keep an eye out for that. Um, but I wanted to talk about Wonder Woman. I saw Wonder Woman 1984 and absolutely loved it. And I don't understand why the reviewers and a lot of the audience, uh, or at least these shit posting reviewers, are giving it a bad rap. It's not a bad movie. It's actually really good. And it has a solid theme that they play throughout. Um, that that you don't take the short route if you're going to be a hero. You have to do the hard yards, and you actually have to do the work, and you can't cheat, because there'll always be a price. And the thing is, you can't cheat in the Olympics. And that opening scene, that's that's the thing. There's some people who are like, oh, that opening scene could have been cut where she's a young girl and she's doing a Themyscirian Olympics kind of thing, and she it's sets up the entire theme of the movie. And then there's the mall scene, which is I absolutely loved right after that, where it's modern. Well, it's 1984, and it's Wonder Woman. Uh, Uses her tiara as a like boomerang, like she does in the show, and oh my god, it's so good. There's a little girl in it, and I was tearing up because it reminded me of what superhero movies used to be like. They used to be have this wholesome nature to them, like Richard Donner movies. And how do you modernize that? I think the closest we've gotten to modernizing that is Shazam. Um, I really like Shazam as well, but Wonder Woman 1984 feels like a Richard Donner film but done modern day. So it's so great, and one of the things that it does better than the first movie is the character development of the villains. Um, Similar to the first movie, it has two villains, and they're both fleshed out. They both have an arc. They both have clear motivations for why they're doing what they're doing. Go back. I watched them back to back with the first Wonder Woman movie, and what struck me most is that in the first Wonder Woman movie, there's no clear motivation for the bad guys in. In fact, there's three bad guys in the first Wonder Woman movie. There's no clear motivation of why, other than Ares. He kind of gives a very short explanation, but you don't see Ares until the end of the movie, technically, and you don't get to see he monologues why. Um, it's tell not show, and you always should show as much as you can possibly. Um, and while there was character development on Wonder Woman's side in the first movie, there wasn't any for the villains. So they're very kind of two-dimensional villains in the first movie. In this one, they're three-dimensional. They are corrupted by power and the need for excess and wanting more. And setting it in the 80s, perfect. Perfect to have that theme in the 80s. It was all about excess, always about wanting more. Why not be content with just being moderately successful? You can put food on the table. You can live a comfortable life, but it's always about excess. It's always about having everything. And the problem with consumerism is if you can have everything, you will have everything, and it doesn't matter what it costs. the actual cost of things isn't monetary. It's your soul, it's community, it's other people's, you know, to have um there's and I probably liked it a lot because I'm big big fan of Wishmaster as well, which is a movie about a djinn grants wishes, but it's always monkey pawed. In this case, uh, it's better than that. It's be careful what you wish for; you might just get it. But it always costs something. It always costs them something precious. Um, and yeah, Wonder Woman uh has to give up something to receive Steve Trevor. There's some controversy about the Steve Trevor thing, which they never bring up, which is weird. That and this is spoilers for the movie. So from now on, I'll be talking spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go see it, and I highly recommend it. It is so good. Okay, spoilers in three, two, one. So Steve Trevor is not back per se. He is encompassing someone else's body. They do the whole mirror effect where he looks in the mirror, kind of like Quantum Leap, where his soul is encompassing the body of another human being. So who knows what this other human being's going through? But they never bring it up as like they always like his argument of why he shouldn't be there is just because of the natural order of things. But nobody mentions this other guy that he's body snatched, basically. They mention like, oh, this guy must have been into this because of his apartment. But they never mention the fact that this is another person's body. And there is some controversy because of the way that Diana treats this other body as though it's Steve Trevor because Steve Trevor is encompassing it. And I wonder if the tables were turned, would there be an outcry? Um, how dare you do that to that person's body, right? Being intimate. And so I don't know. Is it does it constitute that if the memories and the soul of the person is different, but they're body snatching somebody else's body? So what? It's a violation. I don't know. I didn't really think that much into it until people started complaining. Um, but in terms of like story structure, it's a 2.5 hour movie. Could there have been stuff cut? Yes. Initial. So who we got in this? Oh gosh, I'm horrible with names. But the lady, she's very funny. She's in Bridesmaids. Ah, you know the one. I'll put maybe some text saying who she is. Um, that's horrible. That's horrible. She's great, except they could have cut some of the obvious ad lib humor because it doesn't fit with the rest of the film. Like they have a bit of her ad lib style humor, and then they continue on. So and it just felt out of place with the rest of the film. But once they continue on, it's fine, and she does some really good acting, which I like to see because I know she can do the acting part as well as the funny part. But yeah, the whole clumsy scientist turns into a confident villain type. We've seen that before, but I much prefer this version. Um, Even though we don't get into why she's like that. Um, she just is. She just is. Um, but yeah, I like that. That was fun. Um, there's some stuff that's confuses me just plot wise. How did she get like the golden armor? Um, what, she just cuts that everywhere she goes? Did she go back to Themyscira and get that armor? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. So, um, what else? I just loved it. It's Richard Donner's Superman style movie, but done modern day. And one of the reasons for that is the filmic quality. Mainly because they used actual film, and IMAX cameras in certain scenes. Um, Great look. The grain, the it lends to that classic feel, like it was, like older movies used to look. Um, and on top of that, I liked there's they play with her main theme. I'm a big fan of her main Wonder Woman theme, music, and and they put it in a major key for her flashback as a kid, um, which I loved. I was like, okay. And they played with the theme, so it's more of a heroic theme than a let's get down to business, kick some ass. Um, and again, she they set things up and pay it off. Things with the lasso of truth. It's not just a lasso that um, uh, compels the truth out of someone, like a lie detector. It or truth serum. It also shows um, it shows the truth. It shows um, visions of the truth, and explains like to people through visual, flashback kind of stuff what's really going on, and that's an important plot point, and yeah, and they set it up and paid off. I thought nicely. Uh, yeah, I just don't understand people's deal. The whole and so on the left side of things, people are mad. On the right side of things, people are making up shit that Max Lord, the one of the villains, is like an allegory for Trump. What? He's not an allegory for Trump. He's a guy that struggled growing up and like had this, you know, these business ventures that didn't go anywhere, and he's trying to use magic because he wants to look good for his son. He wants to look like a big shot for his son. None of that's like Trumpian. Sorry, like Trump is Biff, like Biff Tannen when he gets like the alternate future and owns the Trump Tower, and it's like obvious that's Trump. But like the Max Lord is not Trump. He deals he. I think the parallels that they're trying to pull is like he's a guy who basically gets into power, who um talks a good game, like is able to like key into what people want. I'm like, well, that's just every single politician. Like that's not exclusive to Trump. He's something that like ties it to Trump in a big way. Um, yeah, yeah. No, Max Lord definitely not a Trump allegory. So debunk that shit. And yeah, go see the movie. It's fun. It's fun if you're left wing. It's fun if you're right wing. Um, it it's it feels good to watch during the Christmas season because it's about like get your mind off commercialism and getting all these presents. Think about what really matters, which is family, which is the people around you, and don't be obsessed about being the big shot because or certain things in your life. Be thankful for what you had in the limited time that we have on this world. You know, not everybody's gonna live forever, and we're gonna appreciate people for who they are and the time we have with them. You know, Kristen Wiig. Hey, my brain finally worked. Kristen Wiig is Cheetah, a lady who I was talking about before. Um, Starts off geeky scientist and gets confident, and yeah, yeah, certainly a better better role than what she had in Ghostbusters. Let's just say starts off similar, but it gets better. Um, yeah, and if you have a chance, see it in a very nice cinema. Don't see it on like streaming. I can't imagine people streaming or watching this on their small TV. If you have a big TV and a cool home theater setup, sure, go for it. But like theater, man, theater's where it's at. I saw it in a Hoyt's Lux. So nice, so nice, and I got discounted tickets as well. I might see it again in IMAX, just to see the like bigger aspect ratio scenes that were filmed in IMAX cameras. That's always nice to see those movies seem like that. But honestly, um, I saw it in 2D. Doesn't need to be watched in 3D, I don't think. I couldn't picture any scenes that would be improved by that. And then on top of that, you're 2.5 hours of watching um, watching a film with glasses on. I have these, and it's annoying enough. But yeah, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy a good movie. It's a good movie. Check it out. You'll get your money's worth. There's some terrific action sequences, and I mean, I cannot understand why people are so bent out of shape about it, because it's a good movie with better villains than the last movie. Why problem make? I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's not man hatey at all. Just like the first movie wasn't man hatey at all. Um, it's asshole hatey. It's there's certain people who are assholes in the movie, who catcall, and not just catcall but assault. Like it talks about that. Talks about that. Oh, I'm just realizing the irony of Cheetah getting catcalled. Okay, all right. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but touche, Patty Jenkins. Um, Seriously, I like what she does, and I like what she's about, and I dig Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's probably my favorite of these movies that have come out for DC. Um, and I'm also one of those weird people who like Suicide Squad. Shazam is another huge one. I'm hugely anticipating the next Shazam movie. Never thought I'd be that guy. Aquaman, unless they get rid of you know who, Amber Heard. Um, I'm probably not going to see the next one. So yeah, yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan for reasons. But I'll catch you next time on the Top Cats layer or layer, whatever. Hope you stuck around for like 20 minutes. Sorry about that. And have a good new year in 2021. Stay safe, stay healthy.